Alright, let's get this thing started. Hello everyone, Bubble Ninja 720 here, bringing you part 61 of my live stream playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. Sorry about that, I'm a little bit late getting this together. As you can see, I was crafting. Yay. I was also doing some inventory management. My mic might sound a little different, but that's because I have to use my PC mic instead of my PlayStation headset, because it seems like that one has finally crapped out on me. Yay, technology dying. Whew. So I kept from doing really anything storyline related or whatnot while I was doing the podcast with Steps Basic yesterday. It's basically just farming. Sorry, my throat's a little We need to go to Fort Tom's Manor, and I need to go do something before we start the story in Foundation. I need to go and get my specialities. So basically what that means is I'm going to get these little stones that allow me to boost 3 of my hand classes. Stop doing that. Alright, so we need to go to the Aethernium Astrologium. Once we get these specializations, we will then go to Fort Tom Manor, and we will continue with the story. I get carpentry. So upon what path would the builder have you walk? I get carpenter specialist. A carpenter, eh? Yes. Attuned with the souls of carpenters past, receive certification as a specialist. Hold your head up high, carpenter, for you are now a specialist. Take up your soul and make great works in the builder's name. Alright, and then I do leather worker. A leather worker, eh? You do the same thing. And then the last one is a weaver. Okie dokie. And this is what it happens when you do that. You go ahead and to the Soul Crystal. It gives you extra craftsmanship control and CPs. And it allows you to craft special recipes. Hee. Alright, as you can see, I've been leveling like a madman on my crafting and gathering. Hand and Land is getting up there. Still kind of weak sauce, but getting there. Time to go to Fort Tom Manor. I believe a little short porting will happen. Last vigil. And to all y'all that noticed that my character bought stuff from you, congratulations. I actually decided to be lazy and pay for the convenience instead of farming it myself. Welcome, Master Hero. Shall I show you inside the manor? Normally I will farm my own stuff, but I decided against it. To save time, I wanted to build up, so I had over 700,000, and you see I'm down to like 402. The hero returns. How goes the fight, old boy? Well, I trust. In search of Sid Garland, you say? Then say no more. The taverns are full of talk, and the name of said silver-haired genius has cropped up more often than most. I hear he has been tasked with gathering the monstrous airship the Holy See commissioned to actually fly. It would seem the project has been plagued with mishaps from the first. In any case, Garland Ironworks employees are known to frequent the airship landing, and I'll wager their master does too. The airship landing? Yes, I thought as much. Come, hero. We must find Sid and trouble him for his expert opinion. Such a shame that we actually had to get that information from Amendaline. Alright, so airship landing. Well, if I'd have known that, but just did my specializations afterwards. Pardon me, don't mean to yawn in your ear. Hey, it's Sid. Isn't there a quest out here? Yeah, there is. Oh, that's not the one I'm looking for. There's one in here that gives you a Thabnarian onion, and I need to pick that one up. Because they're well worth it. Hero, Alphino, how fare you both? Not terribly well, judging by your faces. Greetings, Master Garland. I'm sure it will come as little surprise when I tell you we have need of a favor. Another wind barrier, and you say it was conjured by Nidhogg. Huh. The Enterprise could certainly take you where you need to go, but she would not fare well against dragons. She's agile for a ship her size, but not that agile. The Dravanians would fly rings around her. And if they took it into their heads to incinerate the rigging, there would be precious little we could do to avoid them. There must be something we can do, some manner of weapon we could employ. Estinian stands vigil at the edge of the churning mist, but we do not know how much longer. Alright, I didn't say it was impossible. I said it was impossible for the Enterprise. We need a smaller boat. Biggs, Wedge, it's time we gave that new toy of yours a proper field test. It's probably best if I let the lads show you. Come on. The manufactory's not far. I think I can get a new mount here. Where was it? There was a mission in here that gives you a Thavnarian onion, and I want to pick it up because I need to do that. Not at the Jeweled Crow. Well, no, it isn't at the Jeweled Crow. Sure. Should be around here by the Chocobo stables. Maybe it unlocks after a certain time in the story. Yeah, it should be like down there. Oh well. Eventually, we'll get to it. A little project's just inside. Oh, you're going to like this one. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I was a little late getting on. I was having
Feast your eyes upon our latest and greatest feat of engineering. We call it a mana cutter.
Spiffy. Oh yeah, you do get this as a mount.
After you put down Gaius, Wedge and me struck out on our own for a bit, and started work on the successor to the tiny Bronco.
Impressive little thing, isn't she? My talent for ship design has plainly rubbed off on them. They've adapted the principles of corrupted crystal technology and constructed a mechanism which converts ether from its surroundings into elemental wind. Said wind is then harnessed by the specially engineered sails, providing the craft with propulsion and lift. All in all, a most elegant solution.
Nice. You waiting on William to get out?
I'm actually a little upset that I didn't think of it myself.
The design does, however, come with one small flaw.
The energy conversion ratio's bloody awful. To generate enough power to get you off the ground, you need to be in an area awash with predominantly wind-aspected ether.
Okay.
In other words, there are a few places you can fly, lots of places you can't.
The new Ishgardian airship hasn't left the boys much time for tinkering, meaning it may be a while before this particular project takes off. If you'll forgive the pun.
Ha.
Tataru, what's happened?
I've been looking all over for you. There's been word from Aldar. It's about Her Grace, the Sultana.
Oh no. Well, don't just stand there. Tell us.
It seems you're required elsewhere. Leave the Mana Cutter with us. We'll see that she's airworthy and suitably equipped to slice through those winds.
Did they change Sid's voice actor?
You, meanwhile, should concentrate on providing Raoban and the Sultana whatever help they need.
Ooh, I'm almost halfway through this X-Pack already. Oops. I'm as intrigued as you, Hero. Shall we hear what news Tataru has brought us? Yeah, right. That's what I was trying to do. See, it says level 54. It goes up to level 60. General Summons. Of course, that also means I have a lot of level 60 post story to do. General Raban says that they may have uncovered the Sultana's whereabouts. And he wants you, by which I mean both of you, to go to the Waking Sands right away and help with the investigation. Come, Hero. Pressing though Ishgard's plight may be, our presence here will not serve to hasten the Mana Cutter's completion. Let us return to the troubled lands of Thanalin and lend what aid we may. Tataru, have our friends at the congregation send a message to Estinian. Tell them we have identified a solution to our problem, but that it will take some time to prepare. Yeah, right. As you wish, Master Alphino. In the Waking Sands, warrior light, 'tis past time Ulda was delivered from this darkness. As I was saying, I was late getting started because I was too engrossed with crafting. The Waking Sands, I believe, is Western Thanalin. Where's Western Thanalin? Emma. Wow, I didn't pick up the Aetherite? Wow, that's bad of me. Oopsies! I thought I grabbed that Aethernet shard. Guess not. I still need to finish my end game on my main character for Endwalker. I gotta do that before this summer, because that's when Dawn Trail unleashes. Ethernet cable shard, yeah, right. If you got Ethernet cable shards, you're doing it wrong. Hey, look, it's Lapras. And if you all happen to be noticing, my inventory is full of gear. It's gear for my retainers, so that way I can have them gather stuff. And this is the shard I've missed, apparently. I don't know how I missed that. It's usually the first thing I do whenever I go to a new town is hit the Aetherite. Leo Pleurodon. And it's a magic behemoth. Imagine having to deal with a flying behemoth in the game. That would suck. Especially considering in this game, behemoths could just rain meteors down on your head. It's been a while since we've been here. Ooh, straight to the cutscene. I'll take it.
Thank you for coming.
No thanks are necessary, General. I trust your recuperation continues apace.
I cannot complain. Thanks to Higiri and her ministrations, I've regained much of the strength I lost during my imprisonment.
I gather you have made progress in the search for Her Grace.
Aye, some good fortune at last. A few days past, Dulala informed us that a sizable shipment of alchemical supplies had been delivered to the palace.
With Papa Shan's assistance, I set out to ascertain the source and nature of the shipment. My inquiries led me to Frondale's frontistery. There, I learned that an order had been placed for a curious substance designed to sustain patients trapped in death-like slumber. An invention of the former head alchemist, apparently.
A death-like slumber? This cannot be a coincidence.
It lends some weight to Dulala's claims, aye. Her Grace is likely somewhere within the palace, abed but alive.
Before making any attempt to extricate the Sultana, however, it seemed prudent to learn what manner of substance was used to induce her torpor. To that end, I made inquiries as to the whereabouts of the one most like to have administered it. The lady-in-waiting, Mariel. We sent for you as soon as we learned of her location. All that remains is to apprehend the woman.
We shall find our cat's paw in the Silver Bazaar. But we must tread carefully. The market is not the bustling place it once was, and someone is sure to mark our coming. Should they inform the monetarists, we'll have a fight on our hands.
Not if we fly in.
We must be prepared for the worst, and being short an arm, I thought it wise to take another in its stead. What say you, Warrior of Light? Will you lend me yours?
Yeah.
Then I pity the bastard that stands in our way. Come, my friend. For Nanamo, and for Ul'dah!
Nods around. Let's get this shit done. Kinda sucks that he's missing an arm now. You get to see one massive kick-ass moment where he's just ripping people apart. Well, a person apart. And then, bye-bye arm. Their target is Mariel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting, a woman of Midlander heritage. I am told the two of you have met. Her sources indicate that she left the palace shortly after the incident and quietly rejoined the dwindling population of the Silver Bazaar. I suggest we begin by questioning the market's residents and confirm that Mariel is still in hiding there. I really wish it would stop doing that. I don't know why it keeps popping in and out. I don't know if you guys are noticing it, but whenever that stuff pops up on the upper left screen, my screen goes blue for a split second. I'm a phoenix again. Yep, did it again. It seems I am alone. Oh well. Let's see how far in the story we can get. Mariel, aye, she's here. Left the city for good, she says. Barely leaves her house, though. It's the one closest to the market entrance. And what brings you to our lonely little hamlet? I believe the arrival of your entourage just about doubled our population. Looking for Mariel, you say? If you're hoping to lure her back to Ul'dah, you may as well give up now. The girl's done with city life. Probably because she's rich off of Rafra now. Do I know of any returning residents? Gods, don't tell me they're starting to come back. My masters will not be pleased to hear of this. don't think it was this one. It's this one? Question mark. I don't know. We're just gonna go through all of them until we find something. This is the merchant and mender. So the process of elimination is gonna be this one. Yeah, you're screwed. You're caught.
You are Meriel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting?
I know no one of that name. Pray excuse me.
But it says it on your thought bubble.
General Alden.
Yup. Cost me an arm.
We will have the truth from you, girl.
Hey, look who it is.
Mayhap it would be better coming from me.
Lonorito, you'd best talk fast.
As you know, Teleji Adeleji's Cartano reclamation bill was no more than a facade. A means to get his grubby little hands on that Allagan monstrosity Omega. When he learned of Nanamo's intention to abdicate, however, he was forced to amend his plans. Suddenly, assassination seemed the most promising way to further his ambitions. I am told Teleji had discovered a maid in whose veins ran the blood of House Thorn. A new, more pliable puppet to sit the throne. 'Twould have caused an uproar, of course, but few could have contested her claim.
Huh.
'Twas plain that Teleji's wild machinations had outgrown our ability to control them. So I decided to usurp his scheme and left the fool to seal his own demise.
And what of Nanamo?
Oh, I have no desire to harm her grace. 'Twould profit me little to destabilize our government. Thus did I employ young Meriel here to administer a potent sleeping potion in place of a poison. You should know, General, that your dear friend Ilberd was fully aware of my plan.
Yeah, and that also got the Scions completely iced.
I had him lie about the assassination as a means to prime your rage against Teleji. We weren't entirely sure how you would react, but things went rather better than expected.
You conniving little worm! You had your claws in the Crystal Braves before their first recruit had sworn to serve!
But of course, when a new game begins, 'tis only prudent to have a piece on the board. Ilberd was mine.
I don't remember this part of the story.
Truth be told, a significant proportion of the Braves' initial endowment was also mine. With such large sums moving about, 'twas a rather trifling matter to disguise my own contribution. Ah, Ilberd. I secured his services with a promise to support his cause once my authority had been solidified. I swear, The man thinks of naught but prizing Alamigo from the grasp of the Empire. Unlike you, General, the poor fellow seems quite unable to forsake the land of his forefathers. Mayhap that's why he called you a traitor to your people and a disgrace to your homeland, amongst other things. What was it he always compared you to? Oh, yes, an overgrown lapdog begging for scraps at the Sultana's table. Oh, how we laughed. Alas, Ilbird's entertaining little outbursts eventually gave way to wearisome tirades, and the zealous brute became rather unruly. I had no wish to see you executed, you understand, but he would not take no for an answer. Rest assured, his employment with me has long since ended.
Lolorito's a dick.
Which brings us neatly to the present. What say you, General? Both you and the Sultana are alive. We have one corpse and one fugitive. And preparations have been made to restore your good name. Shall we cry quits and start again with a blank ledger?
The hells we will! Do you honestly expect me to forgive and forget? After all you've done? You're guilty of high treason!
Stay your blade, Master Alden. You yourself are not innocent. Or have you forgotten your own crime in executing Teleji Adeleji without trial? Though you acted out of loyalty to the Sultana, such deeds are in violation of both the word and spirit of the law.
Technicality.
If you would, Lord Lolorito?
This potion will wake the Sultana from her slumber. Consider it a gesture of conciliation. You will find Her Grace resting comfortably within her private chambers. Should you doubt my word, I shall willingly accompany you to the palace as your hostage.
I like not your motives, Lolorito. But you saved the Sultana's life, and for that, you have my gratitude.
Rauban Aldin, you are hereby reinstated as General of the Immortal Flames. The citizens of Ulda shall once more be united under Nanamo Ulnamo, and together we shall usher in a new age of prosperity.
I mean, it could have been worse. She technically did take part in saving the Sultana, because it was stated that otherwise she was going to be poisoned. Unless she was the one that was supposed to administer the poison. Because if initially that's what it was, then I'll have less of a actual sympathy for her. By the 12, I feared Lord Lolorito's arrival would herald another bloodbath. Little did I suspect that he, of all people, would give us the means to rouse the Sultana. Awakening in Ulda. Shall we also make our way to Ul'dah? I should imagine Bartholomew has been instructed to admit us. Oh. See, I wish these kind of actually worked more. But they don't, because it only goes up to level 50. That's one thing I wish was more useful in the game, where they had stuff where you can like blind your opponent. They used to. The funny thing is for back in the day of Realm Reborn, I don't know when they ended it, but the AoE attack for paladins to gather threat was flash, and it used your MP up, and it also it didn't do any damage, it just blinded the targets around you. Kind of wish we still had it because it helped mitigate, because blind targets hit less. Chamber of Rule, there we go. Kind of wish they incorporated some more stuff like that. Or hadn't taken it away, I should say. Hey, they complete adventures, and I'm going the wrong way. I just love how they managed to sweep it under the rug, the fact that their machinations cost not only Raban an arm, but the Scions are gone too right now. Like, it's just me, Alphino, Yugiri, Tataru, and I think Alice is somewhere around. Flame General Raban mentioned you might be coming. Please, this way if you will. So the defenders of the realm are sorely, sorely weakened. All because of some machinations. Stuffed animals. Time to awaken Snow White and Sleeping Beauty all at once. And the question is, how do you get a sleeping person to drink? Or is it a smelling salt kind of thing?
I was having the longest dream.
'Tis time to wake up, Your Grace. Another day begins in Thanalan, and the sun blazes bright upon the sands.
My guild has that one of those tables. It's in a secret spot. Not as big as that table, but it's similar.
Her Grace is awoken. The palace physician assures me she is none the worse for her slumber. I believe Her Grace will soon resume her plans to place the government of Uldar into the hands of its citizens. Whatever path she chooses to take, I shall walk it with her. And we shall tread slowly, lest the nation be unsettled in our wake.
Her Grace's compassion is a shining beacon to us all. But what our city truly thrives upon is competition. 'Tis in the struggle against our rivals that opportunities are seized and fortunes made. And with the Empire on the offensive once more, now would hardly seem the time to turn our system of government upon its head.
Are you privy to new intelligence, my lord?
I would hardly call it new. Remind me, what was the name of that enormous Imperial warship which met its end in Mordona? Oh, wait, I have it. The Agrius. Yes, well, 'twould appear that the Garleans have been hard at work on another such vessel.
Huh.
How close are they to completing this ship? Is it operational?
Its maiden flight was a success, I hear. I should imagine Emperor Varys is eager to see how it performs in battle. My lords and lady, I move that it is time to repair the damage caused by Teleji Adeleji and prepare our great nation to repel the Empire once more.
You guys have forgotten that the Scions are completely shattered? I mean, even though we're supposed to take care of the primals primarily, but still.
'Tis well that the Sultana has awoken. The Syndicate yet needs to put its house in order, but 'twould seem the worst of the confusion has passed. Uldar has taken control of its future, and I must do the same. I have decided to disband the Crystal Braves. Among the recruits, there were those who supported our Order's goals and convictions with all sincerity. 'Tis my hope that these loyal men and women will choose to remain our allies in the battles to come. As for those who sided with the traitor, Ilberd, they shall be hunted down and held to account for their crimes. It is my earnest hope that they will surrender themselves peaceably when the time comes. Though I think it unlikely.
More than likely, that's the route they'll go.
Ah, my all-conquering Crystal Braves. The model army meant to pave the way for a single unified Grand Company of Eorzea. That so high an ideal should be brought so low. I need not tell you how deeply the betrayal stung me. Yet I see now that it was mine own naivety and pride which allowed the Braves to fall prey to corruption.
Uh-huh. Part of it.
As ever, it is to your own shining example that I turn for inspiration. Like you, I mean to stand firm in the face of hardship and give mine all for the cause. Let us resume the search for our missing comrades, that we might come together to shine the light of dawn across the realm once more.
Uh-huh.
The role of Crystal Brave Commander suited me ill, and I shall play it no longer. Henceforth, I shall be no more or less than Alphino, proud member of the Scions.
Alrighty. I blush to speak thus of mine inner turmoil, but the fact remains, there is no man alive in whom I would rather confide. Were it not for your shining example, I might never have emerged from beneath the pall of my despair. A brave resolution. Still no word from Master Garland. I hope this mana cutter of theirs is nearing completion. I'm assured that her grace will make a full recovery. Aye, and Ul'dah too shall flourish once more. General Raban and his colleagues have matters well in hand, I believe. Lady Yugiri, a question, if I may. I believe your people have been keeping a close watch on the Crystal Braves. Might you know how things stand at the Rising Stones? Ah, yes, of course. You'll be pleased to know that the 3rd Unit Braves abandoned Revenant's Toll when they learned of Captain Ilberd's defeat. The only blue uniforms to be seen there now are those worn by soldiers loyal to you, Master Alphino. To me. I see. I'm grateful to hear that at least some of our members were true to their oaths. Ere we return to Ishgard, I must go to the Rising Stones and thank these stalwarts for their service. Shall be my final act as Crystal Brave Commander. Will you join me, hero? You were there at the company's inception. It is only fitting that you be present at its end. And I would appreciate the support. Yup. Just another place to port to. Ooh, I'm getting kind of low on my 8th rate tickets. Better start spending on my Centurio seals and my Hut Mark. I think between the Centurios and my regular hunt seals, I've got probably like close to 600 almost. Nope, 620. Cool. I think they cost about 5 each. It's about like 132 I could buy, I guess. Commander, you're alive. And hero, too. I knew you'd scrape through. My splendid Crystal Braves, I have wronged you, all of you. My promises of glory and salvation have brought you naught but blood and betrayal. Bah, you'll not hear us complaining. 'Twas a sight messier than expected, aye, but we was sitting for the we was still fighting for the freedom of all, just like we swore. Ain't that right, mates? Aye. You humble me. I am truly blessed to have such steadfast comrades. It is with the most profound regret, then, that I must. That's enough of that, Commander. We know what you've a mind to say, and we ain't having none of it. We talked it over, see, and we're all agreed. You can take our uniforms and strip us of our ranks, but we won't be no less of a company. Of the Crystal Braves. The Crystal Braves may be finished, but the ideals upon which the company was founded live on. They bind us to each other and to you. Commander, Alphino. Our minds are made up, so you may as well make use to it. Get used to it. Let us help the Scions, let us help you, and find Minfilia and the others. My friends, after all that has happened, I know not what to say. It's a growing moment. Pray excuse me, I had thought my tears spent. My grandfather used to say that one could measure a man by the constancy of his comrades. Mayhap I am the exception which proves the rule. Nay, do not protest. I know that I am not worthy of their loyalty, hero. But as Thaliak is my witness, I shall do everything in my power to earn it. Ooh, we hit 55. Yay. Ready to fly. I must speak of future plans with the remaining Braves. Any information we uncover on the missing Scions will need to be shared with our allies across the realm, specifically Urianger in the Waking Sands and Tataru and Ishgard. While we are organizing our various channels of communication, I would ask that you call upon Master Garland at the manufactory. I will join you in Ishgard as soon as I am able. Alright. Time to go back to Foundation. Pardon me. Can I get the next set of Hunt Log stuff yet? I would absolutely adore being able to get the weekly. Where is it? Nope. Dang. I guess I gotta wait for the story to pull forward more. Hero, how in the seven hells do you do it? I was just about to send for you. We have at this moment completed the Mana Cutter's first successful test flight. A few minor adjustments and she'll be ready to go. While we see to the finishing touches, you might want to pay a visit to Fortaunt Manor. A dragoon by the name of Vestinian was looking for you. Awesome. Vestinian's probably about to tell me that Nidhogg has grown impatient. Or that something is amiss. Fortaunt Manor is in the Vigil. Welcome, Master Hero. Shall I show you inside the manor? Yes. He says the same thing again. It's Justinian. You have fulfilled your obligations to the Little Dons, then. Mistress Tataru has been keeping me apprised of the situation. Once I learned that these mana cutters of Master Garland's were nearing completion, I saw no reason to tarry in the mists. For the present, Nidhogg seems content to remain in the area, plotting his revenge. Might not this be an apt moment to unfold our plans to Sarah Emmerich? I think we might have kept him in the dark long enough. So basically, we're going to try and do a suicide mission and go kill an Elder Dragon. I believe Nidhogg, if I remember correctly, is the brood brother to Bahamut. And you saw how badly Bahamut wrecked places. Saramik has been eager to speak with you. Pray proceed. Cutscene, yay. Is this one voiced?
All stands ready, Lord Commander.
The moment has come then.
Pray excuse my lateness. I paid a brief visit to the workshop to inquire about the mana cutters. The engineers assure me that they're ready.
The area is now but a short flight away. Yet what a long and winding path we took to reach this point. Were it not for Master Alphino's proposal, we never would have attempted to parley with the dragons. Though our negotiations yielded little, our expedition with Lady Isar taught us much.
You took an unimaginable risk. I could scarce believe the tale Estinian told.
Aye. 'Tis true that many of our countrymen would sooner die than join hands with the heretic's mistress. But 'twas through that most unlikely of alliances that we came to speak with Hraesvelgr.
A conversation that went rather poorly, as I recall.
In this instance, the journey was more important than the destination. Had we not slain Nidhogg's consort, Tiaman, and put the Great Worm on his guard, the Dravanians would have arrived at Ishgard's walls long ago.
Aye, that they would. Full grateful am I for every hour of respite your actions have afforded us. Thanks to you, our defenses are much improved. 'Tis but a pity they won't be enough.
Thus you believe an assault upon the area represents the city's best chance of survival. Is that not so, Estinian?
I am under no illusions. Nidhogg's might is legendary. But with his eye in my possession, I can stifle his strength at the source. Victory will be hard won, even so. And I shall be glad indeed to have the Warrior of Light at my side.
You shall have my blade as well. There are more of these mana cutters to be had, yes?
Lord Commander, no!
How can I, a proud knight of Ishgard, stand by and do naught while an outsider risks life and limb for our homeland? I swore an oath to protect this city.
Pray leave the slaying of dragons to dragoons, Sir Knight. Your duty to command the city's defense is no less vital.
Yeah, true.
Should we fail, and Nidhogg slip through our grasp, who then will hold the walls against him? Will you leave Ishgard in the hands of the Holy Sea's zealots?
There are others.
Who but you has the authority and the standing to orchestrate a city-wide defense? I do not, and neither does the Warrior of Light. That is why it is our place to fight, and yours to remain here, Lord Commander.
Tough pill, but...
What? You too, Master Alphino? By the Fury! You have shown some promise, but this adversary is far beyond your skills.
Your candor is appreciated, Sir Dragoon. I shall remain then and cheer you from afar.
Well, my friend, it would seem I have discouraged the last of the volunteers, and claimed the task as ours alone. But if any alive can best this worm, 'tis surely we too.
I've shown a little bit of doubt. I have pricked Master Alphino's pride, I fear, but had I been less forceful, the boy would have insisted on accompanying us to the Eyrie. Do not think me blind to this talent. With a few more campaigns under his belt, I have no doubt that Alphino will make a fine field commander. But one does not practice on an adversary such as Nidhogg. I shall be hard-pressed enough without the added worry of carrying a novice. True that. Ooh! I got the Mana Cutter key and an Aether Current into the Eyrie. That should be able to give me flight in the, Turning Mists. We have tarried long enough. Let us call upon Master Garlon and take possession of the Mana Cutters. Yeah, I'm waiting to get the flight for Sea of Clouds. That was part of the reason why I had to spend the gil to upgrade my crafting and gathering gear, was because I couldn't reach the stupid hard silver ore. That's a rare commodity. It only spawned twice an hour, and it's in an area that I can't reach without flight. At least not right now. Hero, old friend, the cutters are ready when you are. The finer adjustments cost us a few sleepless nights, but we got there in the end. Which means you can get where you need to go. I tell you, these little beauties will tear through that wind barrier like a cermet drill through cottage cheese. And that, my friends, is a Garland Ironworks guarantee. Ching! You have our thanks. Come, Warrior of Light. The Dreadworm awaits. And now we get to go to a dungeon. The area. Actually, this place reminds me of two places from back in WoW. It reminds me of Netherstorm and Hellfire Peninsula. The area is now accessible. Whoa, I love me an instant queue. Ah. This should probably boost me to 61. If not, it'll get close. Oh yeah, I didn't update my portrait. Hey, it's Racevulgar. No, that's Nidhogg. Never mind. Nice dodge. Better jump from your place. Oh, now you're gonna use the eye. Looks like we're gonna land there. The area. Yeah. Sorry for my teammates waiting for me to view the cutscene. The air begins to crackle. Get this show on the road. Give me heals. See, it's at this point in the game where Warrior starts to become exceptionally broken. Due to that one ability giving me a bunch of healing. And then of course I've got other healing abilities such as, oh wait, I can't use my equilibrium apparently. But at least I could use my raw intuition. Uh-oh, Cloud Chaser. This is why you don't tag things prematurely. gates are barred. It's the first boss, Rangda. Tossed around with electricity. Dare you jump in? Oh shit. Ah, I had heavy on me. Slaying. That's a 55. That might actually be useful for me. Good thing we don't take fall damage in dungeons. Unless the enemy punch you in the air. Then you'll take fall damage. Terrible dragon appears before me. You tried cauterizing me. These dragons used to be sleeping. I'm not gonna wall-to-wall pull. It's kinda stupid. I'm not gonna be mean to my healer. It's a yellow dragon. Alright. Yeah, the change they made to this place is all these eerie red dragons and stuff. They used to be sleeping dragons, and now they're all awake. I don't remember these blocks being set to either. Oop. Oh, someone died. Be healed. For all the healing I'm doing to myself. And then it gets stronger later on because it gives me a shield on top of it. And then I get even more abilities to heal. And then there's one that evolves. Or there's that Nauseant Flash ability. The second box. That allows me to heal not just myself, but a target, so I can heal the healer as well. Keep them from dying. Or my fellow tank. I think these explode. Yeah. Flammable gas. Oh, that was bad news on my part. I got entranced by it. I'm not perfect, I goof time to time. Choker of Sling. Cool, I'm getting all this loot. And it's really useful for the stuff I don't use. I can turn in for Grand Company seals. Yay! And then I can turn those in for ventures. Double yay! And eventually other things. Give me my health back. We gotta make our own road. Getting closer and closer to the end, mates. A clear prism. through this part. Alright, everyone, group up. Right, we did it. Now we're going to the last boss. I believe it will be Nidog. Yep. Time to fight Nidog. This fight has some caveats that we have to be careful of. If I remember correctly. Hot tail. Oh shit. Be careful of that. Disable price, someone's getting knocked up into the air. Hope they got him out. Or maybe it does give me a barrier as well already. Remember dragon fighting from my WoW days. You never stand at the dragon's front, you never stand at the back. Oh shit. No! Got you. Almost got Nidog down. Ah, it did level me. Ooh. He pounced. I didn't get the victory fanfare. Because we didn't finish what we started. Alrighty. Mistletoe. Orthodox. Yay. Yay. New pet. New orchestrion roll. And I got a Nidhogg card. Triple threat. You saw it here, folks. All three of the items for that dungeon at once. Love it. Gotta love it when a good thing happens. It all flows together. Oh, he's back, and he's pissed. I don't think that that's what it's supposed to do. Thou wouldst use mine own eye against me. Time hath done not to dilute thy kind's depravity. I have not forgotten thee, Dragoon. Mine essence claimed thee once, and shall do so again.
No, worm! This ends here!
That should be a killing blow. You sunk that spear deep. Wait, did you just rip the other eye out? Wait. I don't remember how this story went at all. No, he did pop the other eyeball out.
You gifted my people 1,000 years of suffering! Now I gift you an eternity in darkness.
Huh. Uh-oh. Did I get another crystal back? Lightning. I got lightning back. So I'm halfway there.
They are ours, Lord Eldrath. The eyes of Nidhogg.
Aye. The worm lies broken and my father is avenged. With the wellspring of his vitality thus denied him, Nidhogg shall not linger long in this world. But behold the terrible price we have paid. My sire is dead. So many brother knights slain. We traded our honor for the strength which now courses in our veins.
With Nidhogg's eyes in your possession, who now can challenge the might of Ishgard, ascend the throne, and take your rightful place as the ruler of our people?
Nay, my friend. I must forsake the mantle of king. Though Nidhogg be defeated, his wormling horde yet darkens the skies with wings beyond counting.
My internet connection quality is not sufficient. Weird.
As one who partook of Ratatoska's strength, it shall be my penance to bear a knight's arms until death grants me leave to retire. When that day comes, no prince shall perish, but a hell's-bound hunter of dragons.
But Lord Haldreth, what then shall become of the royal line?
Think of your people, my lord. Without a king, who will the common man turn to in his hour of need? How will he find his way without your benevolent hand to guide him?
I thank you, Sir Flavian and Sir Silvertrill, for dispelling my remaining doubts. With men of such wisdom and compassion in service to the realm, 'tis plain that Ishgard has no need of a king. But if you must bow to the demands of tradition, you need look no further than yourselves for one worthy to wear the crown.
Huh.
Fare thee well, my brother knights, my loyal friends. On these shoulders shall I bear the weight of my father's sins. With this lance shall I repay the debt accrued through our misdeeds.
What cruel jest has fate played upon us? Have we seized this desperate victory only to lose a king?
We can but act as our lord has bid. We few who remain must divide between us the rulership of Ishgard and her people.
Not I. My oath was to Lord Haldrath and he alone. If he is not to be king, then I would hang up my shield as well.
Will you abandon us too, sir?
I would wash my hands of blood and betrayal and take up an honest trade. Mayhap I shall serve ale instead of sharpened steel.
Huh.
We four, then.
Forton, Hylanat, Dyrendare, and Zemail. But 4 houses to rule all of Ishgard.
And what of the throne?
We keep it empty. Until the day a king rises once more, we must assume the role of stewards.
Huh.
We shall shape our nation anew with a history of our own making, and let the truth of this dark day die here, upon the battlefield.
Interesting how they had two eyes, but if those eyes were Nidhogg's, how'd he get his eyes back and then lose one again? I don't know. It's weird with dragons.
What ails you, friend? Are you wounded? You have borne witness to history. To the culmination of the first battle with Nidhogg. The legend of Ishgard's founding tells that our ancestors were led to the land of Kurthus by the valiant King Thordan. In the midst of their journey, they came to a wide chasm, where they were set upon by a great worm, Nidhogg. A furious battle then ensued, with Thordan leading the van. Though the brave king was slain defending his people, his son, Haldrath, the first Azure Dragoon, fought on undaunted. And with a mighty thrust of his lance, he gouged out Nidhogg's eye, forcing the wicked creature into retreat. Thus, did this eldritch orb become a sacred treasure of Ishgard, lending its power to every knight deemed worthy to bear the title of Azure Dragoon. A rousing tale, is it not? Would that I could still believe it. But your vision, which we must accept as immutable truth, leaves no room for doubt, save on one point. If Haldrath took both of Nidhogg's eyes, then how came this eye to be lodged in the worm's skull? Beneath every answer we unearth, another question lies buried.
They're different colors. I think that eye is Hreisfylgr. He gave one of his eyes up to Nidhogg. Because remember how I was like, hey, I noticed one of his eyes is missing when we first met him. I think that's Hreisfylgr's eye.
"'Twas a fierce battle, but one I knew we would win. Your fame is well-deserved, warrior of light. Full proud am I to have fought at your side. I would fain return with all swiftness to Ishgard to inform the Lord Commander of our triumph. But we must first have words with Hreisfylgr. There are parts of this tale that the worm has kept from us, and I would know wherefore."
And good, because I'll be able to fly again now. Sweet! Though Nidhogg has fallen, my heart is yet heavy. And this stain of corruption pleases me not. When all has been put to rest, I must needs forge my armor anew. The song begins. With Nidhogg fallen, none save Hreisfylgr remains to answer our questions. Let us trouble the worm again. And if Iceheart yet lingers at Zenith, all the better. I would have her hear the truth from the dragon's maw. I don't like the shoulder pad. And I'm not a fan of the skirt, kind of. If I could just change the shoulder pad at least, I'd use it and be able to color it differently, but nah. Oh, there's another thing I need to do before we end this episode. When I head back to Gridania, I need to talk with the Mog vendor so I can get my Mogpendium, because they changed the Moogle Tombstone event. They gave you weekly things to beat, as well as current season stuff to beat, and I would like to get those so I can go ahead and do them. Of course, I'll do those off camera. The only one I won't do off camera would probably be the fishing expedition, because that one's actually kind of interesting a little bit. About as interesting as fishing can get, though, you know. But it took me 3 tries to get it. And the 3 tries is hitting at least 8,000 in one single fishing expedition. She is going to be pissed that what we did. 'Twas you, was it not? The furious screams of the dragons carried far. You have slain Nidhogg. What more could you desire from this place? Will you not allow Hraesvelgr to mourn the death of his kin in peace? Spare us your sanctimonious judgment, Ice Maiden. We have a gift for the Great Worm, and a mystery that can no longer lie buried. Lady Iceheart, the Dragonsong War has all but consumed your life and claimed many of your followers. It is time you learn the truth of its beginning, the whole truth, that we may at last bring this bitter conflict to an end. Sound the horn, warrior of light. Impenitent mortals, ever seeking to bury old wrongs under new. I did sense the moment of Nidhogg's demise.
You mean the moment I prized your eye from his head?
Twould seem thou hast uncovered my secret. Aye, unto the blinded Nidhogg did I yield 1/2 of my strength. Oh, time for another vision. You know, so many times I've had these visions, someone could have just swooped in and killed me. Like right now, Hraesvelgr could just stomp on me and I'm done. Nidhogg, what hath befallen thee? We are undone by covetous mortals. They did take Ratatoskr's eyes and glut their appetites upon her essence. She is slain then. What madness hath unmade our peaceful accord? Did I not warn thee, brood brother? They have ever been untrustworthy creatures, these short-lived Elyzin. Thou wert enchanted by thy mortal maid. Thy folly hath cost Ratatoskr her life, and me mine eyes.
And he, yes, Eskia is kas
O my beloved Shiva, how swiftly are thy kin made bestial by their appetites. Racefelger, 'twas thy blindness that did invite disaster into our lands. Surrender thee and I to me, and let that be thy penance. Nidhogg. They bested me once, but I was reckless. I shall need but a single eye to inflict enduring torment upon these traitors and every child of their line. Yield to me thy strength, brood brother. My vengeance has begun. It's almost like they're Uchiha. Swapping eyeballs and everything. Thou hast borne witness to a scene from my past.
It was yours. Your strength that sustained Nidhogg all these years.
Would that Haldreth had dealt the worm a killing blow.
When my brood brother did appear before me, bloody and blinded, his life was all but spent. He demanded half my vigor that he might exact his revenge upon the mortals who had wronged us.
And so you acquiesced. You surrendered your eye to Nidhogg, knowing full well the suffering he would inflict.
This was
The peace she, my beloved, so dearly desired, had been shattered by her own kin. Their treachery claimed my brood sister's life and my brood brother's reason. Thinkest thou thy fits of indignation will move me to remorse?
I'm fire, Tolos
Go, mortals, take your unruly passions and leave this place. Your presence here spelleth naught but misery.
Kas Sekmon ina Stray snowfall in Sith
Were it not for Shiva's soothing embrace, I would slay you where you stand. Woe betide you should the bond we share ever weaken. Ooh, level 56 now. Unrest and Ishgard. Silver pieces. Crit determination. Aiming. Though he lifted not a single claw, 'twould seem that Hraesvelgr wreaked his own manner of vengeance against us.
'Twas my life's goal to slay Nidhogg, but I find there is little joy to be had in its accomplishment.
But you have rid the world of a hate-filled creature, and ended a bloody war in so doing.
I lost my family to Nidhogg's flames, and 'twas with fury in my heart that I took up the lance. Every blow I struck in the name of vengeance. We were not so different, he and I.
I will not judge you for your deeds. I have not the right. Too many innocents have perished in the name of my greater good.
Yet even with all that has passed, the tale is incomplete. We are short a great worm's eye. Of the pair which Haldreth took from Nidhogg, only one is known to us, the one I bear. What then became of the other? Why did Nidhogg, who had taken such pains to prolong the Dragonsong War, suddenly decide to hurl his entire army against the walls of Ishgard? Lord Commander. Aye. The deed is done. Nidhogg is slain. What? In the city? A battle with whom? At once, Lord Commander. Hold firm till our return. Fighting has broken out in the city. Lord Emmerich was sparse with the particulars, but it seems some commoners threw open the gates to a force of heretics.
I gave no order to attack.
Are we to mark the end of the Dragonsong War by spilling the blood of our own? Mayhap Hraesvelgr was right about us. Let us away, warrior of light. The people must be saved from themselves.
Wait! I would join you! There has been enough violence. I will appeal to my people in the city and make them see reason.
You're the heretic leader going into the Holy
Come
See.
then, Lady Iceheart. Let us write the final chapter in this damnable war.
You're gonna get a lot of people firing arrows and lances your way. Not to mention spells and cannons. Ah, the round table.
A small army of heretics has invaded the city, Your Eminence. But there is no cause for concern. A sizable contingent of our soldiers is already in place to repel the Dravanian assault. And the intruders will soon find themselves outnumbered and outmatched.
Our plans proceed apace, then?
Yes, Your Eminence. This unrest shall serve to feed the people's fear of the heretics and the dragons both.
And lend renewed fervor to their prayers for deliverance. Very good. Grant our guests what time they need to sow a measure of chaos, then order the Temple Knights to crush them.
Your will be done.
Elidibus. No.
The moment is at hand. Excellent. All shall soon be in alignment. It is time for the bringer of light to die.
So we've gone like 2 levels into the main story quest so far. We get that much closer to the end of Heaven's Ward. Ah, my buddy. Hashifant. He's like, don't worry about us. I'm not liking what's coming up.
There! Comrades, sheathe your swords! There is no need for further bloodshed!
My lady!
She is come! Hear me, brothers and sisters! The war is ended! Nidhogg is no more!
They're not gonna like to hear that.
Aye! It is so! This adventurer and the Azure Dragoon laid the Great Worm low! The endless cycle of violence between man and dragon was born of our forefathers' treachery. You have followed me, bled with me, to bring this truth to light that we might all know peace. But Nidhogg is dead. Nidhogg is dead, my friends! He who bore such hatred towards Ishgard is dead! Let his hatred die with him, I say! Let us sheathe our swords and go in peace!
Have we lost?
No, my friend. Far from it. At long last, the peace for which we have so desperately fought is within our grasp. And I, for one, would not forsake it. Peace?
Seize the witch! Let none escape!
Providing aid and succor to the wounded should be our first concern. If the heretics mean to observe the peace, then it would be folly not to do the same.
I mean, they did invade, but at the same time, you should be taking care to try to save as many lives as possible in the aftermath. Yay, I'm back in Foundation. Oh, Hashifant. That was rather too close for comfort, but 'twould seem that calm is returning to the streets. My mind, however, yet clamors with 1,000 questions. You return to Ishgard in the oddest of company, my friend. Orthodox mayhem. He who would not be denied. Alrighty. Termination skill speed direct hit. So none of those actually are nice. That, my friends, was rather too close for comfort. Praise Helonia that things did not end in bloodshed. I confess I was more than a little dismayed to see you in the company of the Lady Iceheart. Whatever is going on, hero? Yeah, you know, shit happens. Beg pardon, you traveled to the Churning Mists together, along with Estinian. Never was there a more unlikely alliance, nor one so magnificently effective. Nidhogg dead, the heretics pacified. Father and Sir Emmerich must know of this. Let us break the news to them together. And we'll bring Sir Emmerich to Fort Taunt Manor. Yes, an excellent suggestion. Very well. Hero and I shall await you there. I have a red mark there because I have some stuff to turn in for a leave quest that I haven't finished. The last vigil. I ain't gonna repeat that again. Because that's the third time today that we've seen it.
Praise Halone, you are safe.
My safety was never in doubt, Father. For I had the Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light by my side. We bring the most wonderful tidings.
The infamous Lady Iceheart, here in Ishgard? This is most unexpected.
She has done much to quell the violence. The Inquisition may not approve, but we are glad of her presence.
And with the Great Worm's demise, even our nation's more reactionary elements will have scant grounds to press for her immediate impeachment.
My thoughts exactly.
What of the truth revealed to us by Hraesvelga? That the origins of the Dragonsong War, a core tenet of Ishgardian faith, are quite unlike those depicted in the scriptures.
That men and dragons once lived together in harmony, and that it was man's treachery which shattered the peace and plunged our peoples into war.
The same scripture also describes the origins of the High Houses. Were it exposed as false, the legitimacy of our rule will be called into question. If both Highborn and Lowborn can trace their ancestry to Thordan and his Knights 12.
But a single sip of dragon's blood is required to confirm their lineage.
If the Holy See knew of this and chose to remain silent, their crimes are grievous indeed. Regardless, this state of affairs cannot be allowed to continue.
Sir Emmerich, you cannot mean to raise this matter with the Archbishop.
Pray consider what you are proposing. If the Holy See chose to conceal the truth for centuries, what reason would they have to reveal it now?
At best, you will be branded a heretic and clapped in irons.
Then at least the Archbishop will have shown his true colors. My friends, this war will never truly be at an end until the truth is made known. You must see what lies on the horizon if it is not. When ruled by fear of a common enemy, we were united. But now we have none. During the war, the Highborn needed men to lead, and the Lowborn men to follow. Not anymore. 'Tis but a matter of time before the old order is called into question. Lady Iceheart will share the truth with her followers, and the Holy See will be powerless to stop its spread. The disenfranchised will rise up united, and blood will flow in the streets once more.
Yeah. It's about the right of it.
A divided Ishgard will not survive.
Tread carefully, Lord Commander.
My lady, is it wise to let him go? I sympathize with the Lord Commander's desire for reform, but to approach the Archbishop in this manner bespeaks an idealism to which I did not think Sir Emmerich prone.
Though he comports himself as a realist, he has long dreamt of reform. 'Twas that idealism which first drew me to him. That which made me swear an oath to serve. We must not think of ways to hinder his cause, but rather ways to aid it. Even should the Holy See cry heresy.
You cannot mean...
If the Lord Commander does not return from the vault at the appointed hour, I mean to go and fetch him.
Have care, my lady. Your words border on treason. Should they reach the wrong ears, you will be declared an enemy of Ishgard.
That is a risk I am willing to take. Lest you forget, my lord, I am not born of this land. My loyalty is to the Lord Commander alone. But I speak only of what may come to pass. If the rumors regarding his heritage are to be believed, we have naught to fear.
Lies and slander.
Forgive me, what rumors are these?
Uh-oh.
That Sir Emmerich is the Archbishop's bastard son. Senior clergy are not permitted to marry and sire children. But even the holiest among us are not immune to temptation.
I labor to believe it. Sir Emmerich is truly the Archbishop's son.
He has never been publicly acknowledged as such. But the rumors have plagued him since childhood. That he rose to his current position, despite being despised as a bastard and accused of profiting from his father's influence, bespeaks the quality of his character. It is my hope that on this occasion, the burden of his birth will work in his favor. Should our worst fears be realized, the Archbishop will not be so quick to execute his own flesh and blood, affording us time to mount a rescue.
Bastard or trueborn, he is our nation's best hope. If the Holy See dares to threaten him, I shall lead the charge against the Vault myself.
Hear, hear! The future of Ishgard rests on Sir Emmerich's shoulders. I too will do mine utmost to aid his cause.
Orshafon, be reasonable.
A knight lives to serve, Father. To aid those in need. The people need Sir Emmerich more than ever, and we may be his only hope. There is no greater calling for a knight than to save the life of his fellow man. I swear to you, on the sigil of our house, that I shall do this and make you proud.
Even you? Romantic, reckless fools, the lot of you. So be it. Make your preparations.
I thank you all for your support.
Though your assistance is most welcome, I fear it will not be enough. Few as we are, we will struggle to reach the Lord Commander. If we are to succeed, we must needs recruit others to our cause. Ill-weather friends. But how are we to carry out this bold endeavor? Even with an army of knights at our backs, a direct assault in the vault seems unlikely to succeed. You are correct, Master Alphino. Not even the assembled might of House Fortompt and Temple Knights would be sufficient. With the support of another party, however, we may yet stand a chance. You speak of one of the other high houses. Precisely the opposite. I speak of the revolutionaries rumored to reside in the Broom. 'Twas these disgruntled Ishgardians who opened the gates of our city to the heretics, I believe. But of course, if their hatred of the Holy See drove them to such deeds, they might well be persuaded to assist in Sir Emmerich's rescue, knowing the truth he would lay bare. Such is my hope, Master Alphino, and I would have you and Hero reach out to them. As a Temple Knight and sworn servant of the Holy See, any overtures I make are doomed to fail. But as outsiders, the two of you may receive a warmer welcome. Very well. We shall seek out the leader of these revolutionaries and make her case. My thanks. Estinian, will your brothers heed your command, if you order them to stand aside? The Dragoons have no love for politics, my lady. They will gladly watch and wait while the Highborn fight amongst themselves. How very wise. Hero, we should hurry to the Forgotten Knight. Tataru may have knowledge of the revolutionaries. Notice that Estinian's armor is damaged. He's missing a horn, and the armor looks pretty badly banged up. Honoring the past. Huh. Where is this giving me a Aether Current to? I got 3 more places. You recently held a ceremony to honor the passing of Ser Clodabont, third son of House Helenar. But I was surprised to see none of the Rose Knights from Camp Cloudtop in attendance. Not that they should abandon the camp, mind you, but at the very least, I expected to see Rontremont or perhaps Lady Lanyette in attendance. I'm sure she has her reasons for not attending, but Rontremont is a dear friend of mine, and I know how he cared for Ser Clodabont. I don't know how to spell those. I pronounce those names. They worked quite closely together for many years, down to the very end. Which is why I want you to present this to him, the battle standard raised during the ceremony. I am certain he would have attended if he could, and at the very least, I should think he would appreciate a memento from the ceremony. Coolios, I'll go and be sure to do that. Somewhere around here I remember seeing something that'd be able to play someone in cards. I think it might have been down here, was it? No, it wasn't. Might have been the Forgotten Knight. Let's check. We still have a little bit of time. I mean, technically don't, but I'm interested. I don't see any card players. Drinking the pain away. Can't do the innkeep. Hero, Alphino, gods, I've been worried sick. It's so good to see you. And you, Tataru, how did you manage to escape the chaos in the streets? Gibberlant and the others barricaded the doors until the heretics left. No one was harmed, thankfully, but what about you two? What came of your journey? You're not serious. What was Saramek thinking? I mean, the way you two talk about him, I wouldn't have believed. Anyway, I've heard rumors of the people you're looking for, but I doubt they'll be of much use. The only thing I can say with any certainty is that they're led by someone called the Mongrel. A queer moniker, if ever I have heard of one. But mayhap it will make the individual in question easier to find. Come, let us all make inquiries below. I don't know a goddamn thing about the Mongrel, but if I did, you can be sure I wouldn't tell you. Throwing snowballs at each other. Yeah, what's that? Speak up, I can't hear as well as I used to. Mongrel? Not sure I catch your meaning. To a true blood, we're all of us dogs down here. Of course they ain't gonna say anything. Not a single shred of information, just as I expected. These revolutionaries would not have evaded capture for so long without it, the masses' complicity. Still, it is good to know that Tataru's ears are as sharp as ever. The spice of life. Determination, direct hit, crit and direct hit, crit and direct hit. Frustrating though it may be, we must press on. While I continue speaking with the people of the Broom, why not go and see if Gibraltar knows aught of value? As the proprietor of the Forgotten Knight, surely he must have heard whispers of the mongrel before. We can only hope that he will be more forthcoming than the others. You know, people long for a sympathetic ear, but they need to know that it comes with tight lips. Discretion, hero. That's what my customers expect. If they don't get it, then I don't get them. That being said, I'm not without my sympathies. I've heard the tales, and I know you've done right by highborn and lowborn alike. Least I could do is point you in the right direction, but to do that, I'll need you to do something for me. So happens there's a hunter up in the Crozier who owes me a fair bit of coin. However, I've agreed to accept payments in fresh herbs. Go and get them for me. Agreed. I think this might be where the mongrel's at. Oh, wait. I need these guys to start leveling up so they can get new gear. An ancient sword, really. Wish it would have been better than that, but oh well. Oh, I see a medal and an Honoroy. So you're Gibralant's errand boy. Good, good. How's he doing? Same as always? Right, right. Any road, I hope he appreciates how much trouble I had to go through on account of his bloody herbs. Tell him to enjoy them while they last, because I doubt I'll be able to find any more next year. Wait, I think it might be this one. This might be the quest I was looking for. Yep. Thavnarian onion. Landing a stable job. What's this? Looking for a bit of work, are we? You don't look to be one strapped for coin, but I never turn away anyone looking to make an honest gill. Would you mind taking a sack of chocobo fodder down to the Holy Stables and Foundation? The stable master Sevilla is expecting a delivery. She paid me up front, but fear not. That was merely for the fodder. There's still a delivery charge, and you're welcome to it if you take the fodder down there for me. I'm gonna go do that right fast. Basically, I aim to get aim to get what was I gonna say? Wait. Again, I thought I saw it again. Oh well. I'm aiming to get this isn't the place I need to go to. I'm trying to get to the next dungeon unlock before this ends. So once we get to the next dungeon unlock, then I'm going to end probably the episode. Depends. If it takes too many steps, oh, excuse me, I'll end it before that, but try not to carry this too far further. Welcome to the Holy Stables. What can I do for you? Oh, the fodder. Splendid. Chocobos are in for a treat. We specialize in the breeding and training of cavalry chocobos, so they must have nothing but the very best. They're put through an admittedly harsh training regimen, and only a chocobo of the finest stock can endure it. That's why my assistant and I... Wait a second. Where is my assistant? No doubt he's run off to the light feather proving grounds again. Would you be a dear and go get him for me and tell him to expect chocobo fodder for lunch if he doesn't hurry? Looking for who? Oh, the stableman. He went inside not too long ago. Hello there. Come for a few matches as well, I take it. Ah, have you ever seen anything so exhilarating? There's nothing in this world more majestic than the chocobo, spirited and resilient, with plumage kissed by the golden sun. They are my passion, and I long to someday breed the perfect chocobo. Fortunately, I work at the Holy Stables, or I'd never have the opportunity. Sevilia's looking for me. Bugger me with a hay fork. The fodder must have arrived. The matches will have to wait. Thanks for the tip, friend. Huh. I think this is one of those things that Square was going to work on, and then they just ended up either A, forgetting about it, or B, just abandoning it. Go over here, go take care of that, and we'll go back to the Forgotten Night. Continue on with these stories for a little bit longer. Sorry for yawning constantly. Sheesh, I am sleep deprived. Hey, there's that person. He practically tripped over himself running in here not long ago. Thank you for finding him. He'll have to buckle down if he's serious about becoming a realm-renowned breeder. Though he's off to a good start having come here. Ishgard is famous for raising chocobos, you know. They've always been the steed of choice on the battlefield. The proving grounds where you found my starry-eyed assistant ensure they get plenty of practice. Well, I say it's practice, but it also makes a good show for the folks spectating as well. You should see for yourself sometime, nothing like feathers flying from two chocobos fluttering, almost dancing back and forth in the arena. You'll quickly come to understand why they call it the light feather proving grounds. And as long as the stable stands, you can be sure our chocobos will be there. I'll confess the weather has been more than unkind to our chocobo chicks. We have traditions and a reputation to uphold. These are very precious. You will not find a lot of those outside of growing your own / buying off of the market board. I think there's like one other mission you can do that'll reward you with one. And for each character, you need a total of 10 for your chocobo to max out. So that means you either need to grow 8 of your own or buy 8. Thankfully, I have my own house, so I can grow my own. I just need to start growing more curial roots. Well, you going to hand them over or not? Aye, this ought to do it. With a few other spices, I can make it just like she used to. There are a few things which stir the hearts of men like a sip of mulled wine. Share a glass with the right people, and who knows what stories they'll share. Ooh, triple triad. Gotta do it. Fancy yourself a gambler, eh? Let's play. This is probably the one I was trying to play a while ago. Ooh, which is my team? I think it's this one. 3 open. He shouldn't be too hard to beat. I say before I start. Fuck. I answer your Sid with my Sid. 8. I can't beat it. Can't, however, take that. I win. Ooh, triple team 2. Now I can overtake Menphilia. Winner, chicken dinner. No card. Come on, give me a card. Give me. I think I get a new card from just beating this guy for the first time. Oh, he gives it right back to you if you draw. You don't gain anything or lose. Wheel of Fortune. Oh, he's Chaos. I didn't even notice it. 7, 8. Could technically win. Come on, I'd like to win the card. I don't even know what card he gives. I'll take that. I'll take that. Oh, whoops. Oh, thank God. Ascension. That means these 2 cards become super strong now. Come on. All open. So your strongest cards are Minfilia and also what's his face? Forgot his name. And you played your best card. We drew. Damn it. Order. That's not gonna be good. We draw. Alright, next time we win, it's done. Irregardless. Ooh. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. Not anymore. I win. Big time. Well, these things happen. Alright, so I need to look at my achievements very fast. I don't know how do I get to... Ah. I get Squall. And I got Nidhogg Slayer. Noble indiscretions. Now that I think on it, there's a woman I know who's rather fond of this blend. Iritha is her name, and she resides in the Pillars. She's a maidservant to some noble house or another, I forget. Anyway, be a shame if she didn't get to try this wine. Why not give her a bottle? Yes, I'm Hiritha. Beg your pardon, how do I know you, sir? But do I know you, sir? I know this smell. This is the wine that girl used to prepare. Her special recipe. Must be decades since I last tasted this. Oh, the poor dear. Such a shame that she was taken in by that baron. Cut a dashing figure, I'll grant you that. Tall, slender, long of ear. Huh. But those dazzling ruby eyes of his were filled with lust. 'Twas not more than infatuation what she felt, but she convinced herself it was love, and he couldn't help but take advantage. When her belly started to grow, God's the scandal. I mean, 'tis not an uncommon occurrence, but that it was with a Hure made it so much, well, I needn't tell you. She was discharged from his service, cast out into the streets like so much refuse. After she returned to the broom, we drifted apart. I only learned of her death years later by chance. Oh. We're learning about people. This better not be breaking into multiple parts, or I'm going to be so upset. So the amorous nobleman beds his maidservant, then casts her aside when the seed takes root. Not the most original tale, is it? Cold comfort for the women and children who live it, though. A child apart. Even the penitent can appreciate wine from time to time. Take Geraldo, for example. Surely you've heard of him, no? He's a monk who offers succor to the poorest of the poor in the broom. A man of many vows, but none which prohibit spirituous beverages. Aye, if ever there was a man who deserved a drink, it'd be him. You just hear me fall. Heloni's blessings be upon you, sir. Aye. A gift for me? The scent, how reminiscent of a wine once made by a dear old friend. May her soul rest in peace. Forsaken by her family, she toiled tirelessly to feed and clothe her child. Yet somehow she found time to help me tend to those in even worse circumstances. So compassionate she was, so full of love for her fellow man. 'Twas that love which gave her child strength to endure the scorn of the other younglings. That little girl, bless her heart, she couldn't help what she was. Eventually she won them over, but those first few years were trying, even more so when she had to start fending for herself. I remember days she spent standing on the walls, raven black hair flowing in the wind, staring out, as if searching for her mother's face in the mists. Oops, no, I've done the wrong one. Let's go to the Forgotten Night. She was a remarkable woman, hero. After everything she was forced to endure, she still remained hopeful for the future, for her daughter's future. Bloodlines. Some bonds are thicker than blood, but blood still defines us and divides us in the end. It's the legacy of our parents, hero, and we can't escape it, no matter how hard we try. So the mongrel and her pups chose to embrace theirs, to proclaim it to all and sundry. If you can understand that, then maybe you can find her on your own. That kind of sounded like Link for a second. Still looking for your mongrel? Like I said before, take your pick. Plenty around if you know where to look. Or did you fancy someone specific? Oh, someone's got unusual taste. Afraid I can't help you, though. Won't, rather. It's bloody obvious you ain't of the broom. Did you think I'd just tell you because you asked nicely? Have you made any progress, hero? So our mongrel was born of an Eliza noblewoman and a Huron maidservant. Granted, it is no location, but it is far more information than we had before. Yes, now that her striking features are known to us, mayhap we need only remain vigilant. "57! Fire and blood." We made it. There must be a way we can draw the mongrel out into the open. Mayhap we should discuss this with Totoro. Speaking of which, where is Totoro? Oh, confound it. She went below to make inquiries on her own, didn't she? Must find her quickly, hero. I have a premonition this is not going to end well. How many times have I made this trip to the room? Oops. Cast your gaze over the streets below, but see no sign of Totoro. She must be around here somewhere. I take it you've had no luck either. Oh, there she is. Ooh, I'm sorry. Forget I said anything. Wait, down there. Isn't that Totoro? Those men are chasing her. Quickly, hero. After them. Yep. Should have been watching where you were going.
Where do you think you're going, Missy?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
What's going on here?
What's it to you, boy? Piss off.
Hold on. I've seen them around. They're in and out of House 4 Tom's Manor all the time.
Oh, I see. Skulking about at your highborn master's bidding, eh? Bloodhounds hoping to catch a whiff of heresy, is that it?
You are quite mistaken, I assure you. We came here to help. And if you know what's good for you, you will let us pass.
Haha! Listen to the pups yapping. Come here, boy. I'll give you cause to yelp.
That sounds a little rapey.
Enough! Leave threatening women and children to our betters. We don't have the knack.
Hilda!
Lay a finger on the Blue Blood's pups, and you're like to lose the hand. And often I get called on by glorious heroes like yourself. So tell me, what have I done to deserve you?
Yippee Hilda. It's the mongrel. Before you start, let's go somewhere a bit more private, eh? The Forgotten Knights, say. Ooh. I'm synced to level 59. Oh, you're itchy. Oh, my headset. I'm gonna end this here soon. This might end up with the vault right after this opening up.
So, while you're on your way to kill Nidhogg, you stumbled on some dirty secrets that the Holy See has been hiding for centuries.
Eh? What are they on about?
The High Houses. And what makes a nobleman so bleeding noble? They trace their blood back to King Thordan and his Knights 12, the founders of Ishgard. But our friends here reckon we're all descended from the heroes of Eld. Highborn and lowborn alike. And so Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, has gone to ask the Archbishop if he wouldn't mind letting everyone know.
Is he simple? The old bastard will have him executed for heresy.
Well, seems to me that's what the good sir wants. Seems he thinks a noble sacrifice will serve to prove his claims.
We cannot stand idly by and allow Sir Emmerich to do this. Ishgard has need of him.
Look, you've a good heart, I can see that. Willing to risk your neck for someone else even when his troubles ain't yours. But what's this got to do with me?
If Sir Emmerich is imprisoned in the vault, we will need all the help we can muster to breach their defenses and rescue him.
What in the hell's?
Uh-oh.
Ah, the unmistakable scent of heresy. And what do we have here? The honored guests of House Fortom consorting with the Queen of Rats. Ooh, plotting insurrection, I shouldn't wonder. That won't do.
It reminds me of Kefka. A little bit.
Sickness is wont to fester and spread. It must be burnt out ere the infection takes hold.
I reckon Sir would be happy to wield the irons himself. Well, so happens I've got irons of my own.
Such simple creatures, rats. Certain to attack when cornered. Let us step outside, milady. In here, your toys could hurt someone.
I mean, we've already got an injured guy on the ground that we should be, you know, at least flashing him a quick heal. Aha! Dark fire. Oh shit, I'm standing in flames. I didn't even notice.
You disgust me.
I'm blinded. You know, him standing in his own flame should damage him. I guess I gotta stand in it. Oh, fuck you and your heels.
Filthy rats!
Yeah, gotcha, bitch. Well, that orb converges on me and explodes. Totter is over there. Thank you, Hashfont.
There's no denying your gifts. A well-deserved reputation indeed.
Enough!
He's pretty agile for a spellcaster.
Lucky bastard.
Nay, 'tis we who are lucky. Had we fought on, 'twas but a matter of time before our conflict claimed the life of an innocent bystander.
I thought the Heaven's Ward might come here as well.
They came to the Temple Knights' headquarters.
Aye. Sir Grinno announced that the Lord Commander had been imprisoned under suspicion of heresy, and that the Heaven's Ward had been granted full authority in his stead.
Then the Heaven's Ward now commands the Temple Knights.
Those still loyal to Sir Emmerich answer to me. Alas, that amounts to but half our number. The other half, who opposed his promotion to Lord Commander, have gathered at the vault as ordered.
Bolstering the guard already, eh? If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were expected.
I take it you're in charge around here?
Hilda. And yes, the young master was just persuading me to join his lost cause. Convincing little beggar, isn't he? Aye. Your passion moved me. A bit. That, and the fact that we're sick of living off the leavings of our betters. If you've a mind to change things around here, then we've a mind to join you.
Come on, unlock the area. Or not the area, the vault. Nope. Damn. Let me guess, you're wondering why I chose the mongrel, right? Because it's what I am, and I'm not ashamed of it. Not anymore. Besides, even my pureblood pups have more in common with me than the lords and ladies up on high. They none of them are well bred. Hell, some of their mothers were cast out after a spot of fun, same as mine. Story old as time, the one we're sick of hearing, which is why we took up arms. Not that we mean to hold all the blue bloods to account. Some have done right by us, I'll allow, like the in House Helionart. But enough talk. Your friend's still rotting in a cell. Let's not keep him waiting. knight's calling. I've been working in secret to undermine the Holy See and the High Houses, that much I'll acknowledge. This nonsense about us throwing wide the gates for the heretics is just that, nonsense. If not you, then who? The Temple Knights, of course. Reckoned it was your beloved Sir Emmerich's doing it first, but then I heard how he lost his head. My next best guess would be the Heavens Ward. That way they'd have the perfect excuse to go door to door through the broom, slaughter the heretics and their sympathizers in one fell swoop. But the Heavens Ward scheme did not account for Lady Iceheart's intervention, so they have been forced to improvise. Fine bloody mess, ain't it? But the die is cast, so what's the plan? We must divert the attention of the High Houses away from the city, and to do that we need the cooperation of your allies in their service. And what makes you think I have friends in high places? You'd be fools not to, given your goals. Lowborn knights are ideal recruits. Most swore fealty only out of desire for a better life. If offered an opportunity to shed the yoke and live for themselves, who among them would not at least be tempted to take it? Rare is the man eager to die for a cause he does not hold dear, but it need not come to that this day. If they and their fellow knights are deployed afield to deal with a new threat, a massing of heretics, for example, then they will be unable to join the defense of the vault. Huh. Spread false reports of an attack to get him out of harm's way, you mean? The city will not soon forget the heretics' last assault. If the High Houses believe another attack is imminent, they will have no choice but to act. Can it be done? Can we trick them into leaving Ishgard? Aye. Can we keep them out for long? Not bloody likely. Make sure you're ready before I send word, because you won't get a second chance at this. Then it's decided. To the vault. The Archbishop must be held to account. And the Lord Commander granted his liberty. Boom. Nope. Damn it. Hearken to me, everyone. We have two objectives. Rescue Sir Emmerich and apprehend the Archbishop. We will therefore divide our forces into two parties. Athene and I will make ready to breach the underground gal and search for the Lord Commander. We will not move, however, until the second party has entered the vault. I speak of your party, Warrior of Light. Together with Lord Hoshfont and Master Alphino, for this plan to succeed, you will need to fight your way into the highest levels of the vault, even unto the Archbishop's private chambers. When the Heavens Ward realize what you intend, they will fly to their master's side, leaving only a token force to guard the gal. Temple Knights loyal to our cause have already secured the entrance to the vault. Once you are within, they will signal to us. If all goes to plan, we shall rejoin you with Sir Emmerich and confront the Archbishop together. Is everyone clear as to their duties, then let us do what needs to be done. Yeah, once I unlock vault, which is pretty much right now, then we're calling it. Took an extra 20 minutes than I wanted, but that was mainly because I was playing cards. And I will just tell you this, once I get offline, I'm going right back to Gibralont, and I'm going to get his card after I take a restroom break. The others are in position, Master Hero. I will send word once you and your party have entered. The vault's now accessible. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you all for watching in the future. This has been part 61 of my livestream playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. Keep up with that content. It's pretty easy and it's free, people. All you have to do is do a little bit of clickies and you're subscribed and informed. And there's a nice little library of other videos to watch. Comment down below, tell me what you think about the game and my gameplay. There are no spoilers, please. And I will see you in the next video. Catch you then. Later. Going to that forgotten night. Gonna get me a new card, alright. Yeah. Goodbye.